What's good, everybody? I am Ivy, and you are at Ivy Vibes. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. This channel is a place where the cards meet consciousness, and we take a deep dive into the language of spirit. So, what we are going to do today, because I'm really trying to get back into doing some of the old reads that I was doing before, is today we're going to look at what it is your spiritual gift. And I want you guys to understand that when I do these cards, I really am asking for assistance and guidance from spirit. I do it before I start filming. And for me, it's not just doing cards like this is some kind of game, because I really have helped a lot of people with different situations using tarot. This is just a tool. I feel like it's just a tool, the same way that you can use other things as a tool for guidance to help people. So when I do this, I really am asking for spirit's assistance, and there are different people that really may need the assistance of it in some kind of help or guidance, because they are looking for something. It affects everyone differently, and I hate to go through this whole spiel before going into the cards, but I just want you guys to know that this really is something that I don't know why I was feeling like something was on me in my hair. I just really want you guys to know and understand that, you know, this is more than me just pulling cards. I'm really asking for guidance and help for you guys. So if it really does fit, then that's why I like the comments back. And if you are interested in getting some kind of a read or some other type of help, hit me up. What I do is spiritual counseling. I'm in school to get certified to be a holistic spiritual counselor. Also I'm in school to get a degree to be a therapist, and so those things are things that I will be incorporating in my own practice when I do start. But when I do my side practice stuff, I do use those things and use this just as a way of helping to see what is going on with individuals. So we're going to take a look right now and see what your spiritual natural gift is. We got 66, 2 sixes, 6 of coins, and the 6 of knives. So you could be seeing a lot of sixes. If you add these two, 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. You could be a life path number 3. You could be a life path number 6. And that is all about, you know, being balanced, being in harmony. And so with this to me is saying that your natural gift is knowing when to leave a situation because it is not balanced. And you may only do things that really feel that they are balanced inside. You know how to give in a manner that is balanced. And I believe that you may be gifted, really gifted, when it comes to financial situations. You see there's like that clover ring on the person's hand. They got 7, which is usually good luck. So naturally your hands may be gifted when it comes to receiving, giving and taking, being able to touch someone else's hands also and bless them. And this is something too. Now, normally when you see the Six of Knives or the Six of Wands, there's someone that is assisting this individual to move away. This is something that you actually, it's showing me that you actually know how to do on your own without the assistance of anyone. Okay? You naturally have an ability to know how to bring fortune to a situation, and when it's time for you to move on, because it may be something that is draining you and pulling from your energy in a negative way, that it's not balanced, it's not equal give and take, which that's the kind of situations that we need to be looking for, is something that is equal, even, and balanced. So let's see, how can you develop this gift? We have the Father and the Son of Coins. So that would be the Knight and the King. I think that the way that you can develop your gift is by staying grounded, moving very slowly and methodically, but researching and understanding whatever it is that you are getting into, like not making financial moves hastily. Any kind of move, but especially when it comes to your money, because again, we've already got the Six of Coins. Okay, so you may be someone, again, that is very blessed when it comes to managing money, very successful, knowing how to manage it, knowing when you are to leave out of a situation. If you are someone who plays, like, I won't say plays, but delves into the stock market, you may be very intuitive when it comes to knowing when to pull out of something, or even giving advice to individuals about managing money. And this is not something that you have just acquired. This is something that you have cultivated over time, because a king or the father is someone very knowledgeable who is full of wisdom and has his money in check, and does not move hastily. This is someone who's very grounded, very practical also. So you're not someone who, and I would say this, you should not be someone who is someone that acts too quickly or spends money frivolously on things that really don't matter, or that are not going to bring back some type of return. So this is, looking at ways how you can develop it, looking at ways that you can build on the knowledge that you already have, so that it can increase, and put yourself in a position where you actually are that leader. Okay? Someone that everyone looks up to. What is a hindrance? Let's see, what is a hindrance to your development of this gift? And I like pulling two cards. We have the Two of Knives and the Five of Knives, which would be swords. So I think that sometimes when it comes to certain situations, maybe you don't want to be proved wrong, and you may how can I say this? You may not want to be proved wrong and feel as though you have to move in a particular way. But there's something here that kind of shows also that you need to be looking more with your spiritual eyes. If you notice here, this is showing that this person's natural eyes were gouged out. So their eyes are closed. They can't see. So this is, I feel like there's times when you get a nudge about something, you feel intuitively led when it comes to certain things, but you may not always follow it. And because there may be this attitude of, I don't want to look bad or be proven wrong, that you just still kind of move ahead, and that may hurt you. Okay? So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So let's see. What do you need to release? What do you need to release? We have the 7 of coins and the 4 of knives. So with this, I feel like what you need to release is, I would say possibly impatience. Because both of these are about being persistent, about waiting, about relaxing, resting, giving yourself a break, and allowing things to come, and doing things in more of a slow manner, where it's not looking into get rich quick schemes, not looking into how you can have your way with things fast and easy, no matter what it is. Taking the time to actually invest and build properly, because that's how you get to the Knight and the King of Coins stage. It's not doing something where it happens overnight. This is where you really are resting. What did I say? Did I say the 7 of coins and the 4 of knives? But it's really taking a break and resting, knowing when to fall back and allow your feminine energy to take over. It's not always about doing and doing and doing. This is where we get the concept of in the Bible, and I say this for manifesting, okay? In the Bible, it says, 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day, okay? So there's a time to work, and then there's a time to rest. If you don't rest, you're not going to see the harvest that you want to have, okay? You can't continue to just work and work and work without that period of relaxing and resting. It goes against nature. You know, there has to be a resting period. Even when it comes to, you know, our own bodies, like when you're growing your hair, there's a stage where your hair is not growing, it's resting, and then it sheds, and then it goes back into this growth cycle. So understand that if you're not allowing yourself to rest, you're going to burn out, and most likely you're going to cause yourself more harm than good. So let's see what will be gained. So if you're someone that's not resting and relaxing, you need to relax. Oh, so sleepy. Okay, so we have the Ten of Sticks, the grandchildren, and the Ace of Sticks. And I believe that is the Star card. So I think that I wish I had my book to get into the imagery of these cards, because I really like to use these more for my spirit messages from the ancestors. What you're going to see is growth, new opportunities coming in after a time of healing. You're going to actually find that there's going to be some healing that's going to occur, and whatever things that you pick up as far as responsibilities, I believe will be a lot lighter than what they normally would have been, because if you look at this doesn't seem like a very heavy load that this female is taking, okay? But there's going to be this energy of new growth that's going to come after a time of healing. Healing is going to occur as well, but your load that you're carrying or things that you're trying to go for are going to become a lot lighter. But give yourself time to rest and make sure that you are moving cautiously. Do not feel like you always have to go by whatever it is that you see, because sometimes what we see as sight is not what we what actually benefits us. We need to go more by what is inside of us, that intuitive nudge that we end up getting. So if this resonates with you, again, as your natural gift, like, share, and subscribe. And until the next time, you guys, also leave me a comment and let me know if you feel like this actually does sound like you. And the way you'll know is if you don't know, you will begin to get confirmation through other individuals when you are unsure or don't know what your natural gift is. Other people tend to tell you what your natural gift is, and recognize it in you before you end up recognizing it in yourself most times. Or even if you do recognize it in yourself, you will get that confirmation still from other people. They will let you know. So it could be something as simple as you always seem to be so lucky, or no matter what happens, you always seem to have something to be able to give to someone. And again, that is because your hands are naturally blessed with success, and the things that you end up touching always seem to yield some form of fruit. And you also know when to leave and not invest in certain situations. Naturally, the things that you tend to touch end up growing. So I think that being around a lot of, and you have to watch your energy, because a lot of people that, if others recognize this in you before you recognize it in yourself, people will tend to be around you and ask you to do certain things just because they know that there's something with you, that you are, your hands are blessed. And they can benefit from that. When you leave, you will notice that a person's, however things are going for them, may go down, or they may not have as much luck. Say if you get in business with someone, and while you're there, the business is flourishing, but you may not like the circumstances. When you leave, you'll notice a great change, and maybe the business now is struggling, or it's just not doing as well as it used to because your presence is gone, because they can't feed off of the energy of your hands. You know what I'm saying? Of you being gifted and being blessed naturally to have that success. And this can come, honestly, in so many different ways. You just have those kind of hands that and energy that you naturally are blessed and are able to bring in abundance and prosperity, and knowing, you know, what is going to be a good move and what is not. So again, hopefully you guys, you know, got something out of this, because I really do like to be informative when I am doing these reads. So thank you again for coming to my channel and watching this video. I am Ivy, and you're at Ivy Vibes. Until the next time, you guys, be well.